Courage is often thought of as something rare, something only a few extraordinary people possess. But the truth is that courage is not an innate gift. It is a skill that anyone can develop, step by step, day by day. Inspired by the teachings of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we understand that the mind holds the power to shape our reality, and by intentionally engaging with small, calculated risks, we can gradually transform our fears into confidence. These risks don't need to be monumental or dramatic. In fact, the most effective ones are often subtle, almost invisible to the outside world. It could be as simple as speaking up in a meeting when your opinion differs from the majority, reaching out to someone you admire for guidance, trying a new activity that stretches your abilities, or even making a small change in your daily routine that challenges your habitual comfort. Each time you take one of these small steps, your subconscious mind begins to register a new truth. You are capable, you are resourceful, and you can handle uncertainty. This principle, emphasized repeatedly in Dr. Joseph Murphy's work, reveals that our internal beliefs about ourselves and our abilities can either limit us or empower us, and by consciously taking action, we begin to overwrite the limiting beliefs that have held us back for years. The process is gradual, but that is the beauty of it. Courage grows through repetition, consistency, and reflection. You begin to notice that situations that once seemed intimidating are no longer paralyzing, and choices that once felt risky now feel manageable and even exciting. It's a domino effect. One small act of bravery builds on another, creating momentum that eventually changes how you perceive challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Importantly, these risks should be intentional and thoughtful rather than reckless. Calculated risks are those that stretch your abilities without putting you in unnecessary danger. In doing so, you train not only your behavior, but also your emotional resilience, learning to navigate discomfort without panic, to face uncertainty without hesitation, and to embrace growth without fear. Over time, this deliberate practice rewires your mindset, aligning your conscious goals with the subconscious confidence that Dr. Joseph Murphy often described as the foundation for achievement and success. What starts as a seemingly minor decision, like introducing yourself to someone new or volunteering for a project outside your skill set, slowly transforms into a larger pattern of courageous living, where boldness and initiative become second nature. This is the essence of building courage. It is a quiet, continuous, and deeply personal journey, a series of small, meaningful choices that compound into significant personal growth. In every risk you take, there is an opportunity not only to prove your strength to the world, but also to affirm it to yourself, cultivating a self-belief so strong that fear no longer dominates your decision-making. Taking small, deliberate risks every day is the most practical and effective way to cultivate courage, and it begins with awareness, being fully conscious of the moments when fear or hesitation shows up in your life. Many people assume that courage is only required in extraordinary situations, like making a major career change, confronting a difficult person, or taking a leap into the unknown. But the reality is that courage lives in the ordinary, daily choices we make. Inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy's teachings, we recognize that the subconscious mind responds powerfully to repeated action, meaning that every time you face a small challenge intentionally, you are reprogramming your inner belief system to accept bravery as a natural part of who you are. This could be as simple as answering a question in class, sharing your opinion during a meeting, asking someone for help, or even standing up for yourself in a situation where you might normally remain silent. These actions may seem minor, but their cumulative effect is profound, gradually expanding your comfort zone and teaching your mind that you are capable of navigating uncertainty with calm and confidence. The key is consistency. Courage is not built overnight, but through repeated, conscious practice that trains both the mind and the body to respond differently when fear arises. It is also important to remember that the risks you take should be intentional and measured. Reckless action may produce temporary thrills, but it does not create lasting confidence. Dr. Joseph Murphy often emphasized the role of the subconscious mind in shaping our daily reality. And when we pair deliberate action with positive mental focus, we give our minds the opportunity to internalize new patterns of thought, patterns that favor boldness, clarity, and resilience over doubt, worry, and hesitation. One practical approach is to create a daily ritual of small challenges, writing down one thing each day that scares you slightly or pushes you outside your habitual comfort zone, and committing to take action on it. Over time, this ritual builds momentum, and you begin to notice that your fear responses diminish. Situations that once caused anxiety now evoke curiosity or even excitement. Another method is visualization combined with action, a principle central to Dr. Joseph Murphy's philosophy. Imagine yourself succeeding in the risk you are about to take. Feel the emotions of confidence and accomplishment, and then move forward in real life. This prepares the subconscious mind to accept success as natural, reducing hesitation and increasing your ability to act decisively. Courage, then, is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of it. Each small, purposeful risk you take is a message to yourself that fear does not control you, and that you have the power to shape your life intentionally. The remarkable outcome is that as you continue this practice, courage becomes habitual, woven into your character, and your capacity to face challenges in both personal and professional life expands dramatically. Through small, consistent steps, guided by the insight of Dr. Joseph Murphy, you transform hesitation into action, doubt into confidence, and the ordinary moments of life into a foundation for extraordinary personal growth. As the practice of taking small, deliberate risks becomes part of your daily life, the impact begins to extend beyond personal confidence and into professional growth and overall life transformation. Every step you take outside your comfort zone not only strengthens your courage, but also opens doors to opportunities you may have previously ignored or avoided. Inspired by the teachings of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we understand that the subconscious mind does not distinguish between imagined and real experiences in terms of its effect on belief and confidence. This means that by consistently engaging in purposeful action, whether it's volunteering for a challenging project at work, initiating a difficult conversation, or pursuing a skill you've never tried, you are training your mind to recognize that success and capability are possible, even in unfamiliar situations. Over time, this creates a powerful cycle. Each risk taken reinforces confidence. Each success, no matter how small, strengthens self-belief, and each lesson learned builds resilience for the next challenge. In the workplace, this might mean presenting an idea that others might initially resist, stepping into a leadership role, or embracing tasks that stretch your abilities beyond what feels comfortable. In personal life, it could be learning to communicate more openly, cultivating new relationships, or confronting fears that have held you back from living fully. The accumulation of these deliberate actions rewires your mindset, shifting it from one of hesitation and self-doubt to one of initiative, adaptability, and determination. Dr. Joseph Murphy emphasized that the mind responds to what we repeatedly feed it, and by consciously choosing courage over avoidance, you are effectively reprogramming your inner dialogue to support growth rather than fear. It is important to recognize that progress is rarely linear. Setbacks and mistakes will occur, but these are not signs of failure. They are evidence that you are stretching, learning, and evolving. Courage does not require perfection. It requires persistence, patience, and a willingness to act despite uncertainty. Another critical aspect of this transformation is self-awareness. By reflecting on your actions and acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, you reinforce the subconscious understanding that you are capable of more than you previously believed. This reflection, coupled with the consistent practice of risk-taking, builds an inner confidence that is unshakable, allowing you to approach both personal and professional challenges with clarity and poise. The beauty of this approach is that it is accessible to anyone. You do not need extraordinary talent, wealth, or circumstance to begin. You simply need a commitment to take small, meaningful steps outside your comfort zone each day. Gradually, you will notice that tasks once intimidating now feel manageable. Decisions that once caused anxiety are made with ease, and opportunities that once seemed out of reach are now within grasp. In essence, the practice of daily, calculated risk-taking transforms hesitation into action, fear into empowerment, and ordinary moments into a foundation for extraordinary personal and professional growth. By embracing this process, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Dr. Joseph Murphy, you are not just building courage. You are shaping a life of possibility, resilience, and meaningful achievement.